The Houston Texans are the team we are rebuilding here today. Welcome back in, y'all. Houston Texans. I did them last year, and I don't believe. Yeah, I definitely. And I didn't have the incoming rookies when I did them last year, so we had just had an auto-generated quarterback that I ended up drafting. So today we get to have the fun and enjoyment of developing C.J. Stroud. 6'3", 218, 21 years old, rookie out of Ohio State. Face scan looks good. Hidden development, I believe he has star development. I don't believe he's higher star development, but hopefully he is the quarterback of this video. He more than likely will be, because by the time he starts progressing, it might be too late to change it if it comes. But I'm excited for CJ Stroud. I think Houston, I'll get into it, but I think Houston did a good job of kind of surrounding him with players that are going to help him progress, like Dalton Schultz, like Robert Woods, like Noah Brown. Obviously drafting Tank Dell, John Mechie coming back. Glad he's obviously healthy. Dameon Pierce, Devin Singletary. Like, they're in a solid offense line. You have one of the best left tackles in football, Laramie Tunsil. You got young Kenyon Green. You got Shaq Mason. You got Titus Howard, who's solid. And then you got a rookie and Juice Scruggs at center. But yeah, like, they did their part to put some talent around him, so that way it can basically his development can maybe move quicker and it won't be as rough, which I really like. And I obviously kind of just already just went through the team running backs: Dameon Pierce, Devin Singletary. Pierce hopefully is going to be basically our bell cow in this, but obviously Singletary might play a little bit depending on like third down or power back situations. I don't know what they have him listed as specialists right now, so they do have Singletary as third down back. So yeah, that makes sense. Receivers: Robert Woods, John Mechie, Tank Dell, Noah Brown, Nico Collins. They got a handful of receivers here. I moved Tank Dell already up to the third because I want him playing in the slot. I don't really necessarily need Noah Brown to be taking those targets from him. So Robert Woods, John Mechie, Tank Dell, 1, 2, and 3, with Noah Brown and Nico Collins 4 and 5. Offensive line, I already talked about it, but you got one of the best left tackles in football in Laramie Tunsil. Second year man out of Texas A&M, Kenyon Green. Hopefully he can continue to progress in this. Rookie out of Penn State, Juice Scruggs. Yes, that is his name, Juice Scruggs. Rookie center out of Penn State. We'll see. With no more development on offensive line, it's easy to always replace those in rebuilds. So we'll see, but hopefully he can progress for us. Jack Mason at right guard, and then Titus Howard at right tackle, which is fine. Dalton Schultz, Brevin Jordan at tight end. Obviously, I really like the Schultz pickup for CJ Stroud just because it gives you him a red zone target for sure. Now, moving on to the defense, the big thing is obviously Will Anderson Jr., the guy they moved back up to pick number 3 in the NFL draft. So Bryce Young went 1. They took CJ Stroud at 2, and they used their 12th overall pick that they had plus future picks and moved up and took Will Anderson. So Will Anderson, I believe he also has star development as well, but 6'4", 243 pounds, rookie out of Bama. Hopefully he progresses really well for this. Hopefully this defensive scheme allows him to, get pressure on the quarterbacks. I'd love to see him get a development tree upgrade. You get Sheldon Rankins and Malik Collins, go big red on the inside. Jerry Hughes, the veteran, on the outside. Linebackers, really nothing much to it. Denzel Perryman, Christian Kirksey, Corey Littleton, all serviceable players. It's just they're all old. They're all like guys that we need to get younger and replace these guys and get some guys that are actually going to develop in Madden. But safeties, another veteran, Jimmy Ward. He is 87 overall though, so he's definitely going to have probably a couple at least good years in him. Jalen Petrie, who I love a lot, out of Baylor, second year guy. He was really fun last year for Houston. Hopefully in real life and in this, obviously he progresses well, but hopefully in real life he can continue to progress because he's a future all-pro. He's an all-pro kind of caliber safety. He's fun. Corners, I had to move Stingley. Like I said, I already went through this, but I already had to move Stingley up to CB1 since he's 79 overall, so he's under like Shaq Griffin and Steven Nelson. So Derek Stingley, second year guy. Hopefully he can. I would love to see him get a development trade upgrade, but at least he's still young, so he's going to keep progressing. Desmond King at CB3, probably going to end up being our slot corner. He's fine. He's just a little bit older. Shaq Griffin, who they brought in to basically compete for one of these jobs, he's going to end up playing for us in this, at least in this year. And then Steven Nelson's going to end up moving back to CB4. And then, yeah, this is how I have it set up for the different packages. So Desmond King in the slot corner, Will Anderson and Chase Winovich coming off the edge, Sheldon Rankins up the middle for your rush D tackle, Denzel Perryman and Christian Kirksey are our sub LBs. Tank Dell in the slot, Singletary third down back, and Dameon Pierce as the power running back. You guys know how these rebuilds go. Typically, I like to go like 4 to 5 years and kind of see where we're at that point, if I need to go another year or not. I'm going to go ahead and I will auto-generate this draft class. Obviously, we don't, worry about importing a draft class at this point. So early in the process for the college football that we don't even know who. Other than like Caleb Williams going number 1 and Marvin Harrison Jr. probably going 2 or 3. What else do we really know at this point? There's a lot of risers and fallers that will happen. So we'll auto-generate that class like I just did. I will go ahead and I will set our scouts. I'll kind of go through some of these scouts with you guys here, just quickly, kind of give you an idea of what I'm thinking. So typically, what I do for this is when I do the scouts, unless I know we like need quarterback or we need corner, like in this spot, we know the strengths of the class on the right side of the screen are cornerback, wide receiver, and left end. I'm already thinking when I put my national scout at left end because we have Jerry Hughes that we could definitely replace. So I'm thinking about taking my tier 3 national scout, just like that, fire him, and go find one that's position expertise is defensive end. There you go. Defensive end, Calvin Heath, and put him on my national scout. So other than the national scout, like I just showed you guys, I went left end. I typically go by just the strength of the region because you're not going to get a ton of efficiency boost anyway from a tier 2 or a tier 1. Obviously, tier 1 is only 5%, and tier 2 it's at least 15%. But basically, if I have an idea of what position, so like let's say hypothetically, I really needed a strong safety, I would put my tier 2 then on the west and then do strong safety as expertise. That's kind of how I would go about it. But in this case, let's see here. And it's obviously still important. We already kind of got that solved. I don't necessarily, we could use a corner, I guess. I'll probably put my tier 2 on corner just because I like, knowing about cornerbacks and just in general. So I'll go ahead and I will do that. Yeah, you guys kind of get the gist of it. I kind of just go by strength. But that's really going to be it for this. I will see you guys at the mid-season point to see how we are doing. All right, 2-4 here at the mid-season point. Let's take a look at mock draft 2. I don't believe we have our first round pick. It should be. If I do have my first round pick here, I'll trade it because it should be to the Cardinals. I don't believe I should. So we do have a first round pick. Okay, I don't believe we own this. Let me double check though. Okay, cool. So we actually do have this first round pick. So this 13th pick, this is the one from the Browns, I believe, because the Cardinals have 2 picks. One of ours, so they have that one at 5 and this one at 19. So one of those is ours. Probably the one at 5 since we're 2-4. But we do actually have this. That was a bad sentence. We actually do have one first round pick. So at least that's nice. Let's take a look at the top. I was kind of more worried about our pick than looking at the top of the class. Looks like there's a pretty good scrambling quarterback here. Wendell Strait out of K-State. Casey likes to run the football and marginal decent speed, but he looks like, he's got great arm talent, so interesting archetype for him. We got his own corner, I believe. Well, 6'3", 200, 21 years old, Dom Tarpley. Oh, he didn't really look like that good of an athlete, did he? Ugh. Yeah, no, bad athlete, just good cover, good zone corner, but can't move. That's interesting. Our tackle looks really good. Yeah, it looks like a handful of guys that could be pretty good. Obviously, we'll take a look at that deeper once we get into the offseason. But let's take a look at our players ready to negotiate. Could look to trade some guys too, for sure. 22 players ready to negotiate. Dalton Schultz wants to come back. I want to bring Dalton Schultz back. So I'm going to give him a 3-year deal. See if I can take the money down a little bit since he wants to be here. And he's like, nope, that's not going to work. So that's interesting. Singletary probably can walk. Desmond King. I'd bring Desmond King back for a 1-year deal, no problem. That's cool with me. Desmond King is back for 1. I would like to bring Jonathan Greenard back, but we'll see if he has any interest. I'd give him a 2-year deal. And he's like, no thanks, I'm good. Okay, well, is there anyone else that I'm dying to bring back right now? I don't think so. I will say, I think trading Noah Brown and Steven Nelson makes a lot of sense here. There could be more guys we trade, but I think those two make the most sense here. I'm going to probably just package them together and see if there's anything we can get for them. If I make a trade, you guys will see. All right, so Noah Brown and Steven Nelson over to my favorite team, the Minnesota Vikings, for a 4th-round pick. Think it makes okay sense, both sides. I mean, I'd be upset if the Vikings did in real life, but in the video game, it definitely makes sense. I'm going to set my scouting national focus on defensive end, and I'll see you guys at the end of the year, see if we had any chance of sneaking in the playoffs. Probably didn't, but who knows, right? All right, we finish 5-12. Obviously, missed out on the playoffs. We'll take a look at the stats, see how my boy CJ Stroud did here in year 1. Fortunately, we do have a first-round pick. Oh, no, 15 touchdown passes? That's not good. Ooh, 3,400 yards, 15 and 15. Yeah, we definitely need to improve that. Dameon Pierce had a pretty solid year. 4.3 per carry. We'll take that, honestly. 12 rushing touchdowns. Over almost 1,300 yards on 300. He did have a lot of touches, though. 300 touches. Singletary, 8-2. Stroud ran the ball a little bit, too. Not too bad. Mechie over 1,000 yards. That's cool to see. John Mechie, first year, fully healthy. Welcome back, John Mechie. 90 catches for 1047, 4 scores. Robert Woods was solid as well. Tank Dell had an okay, pretty good rookie year. Dalton Schultz definitely, maybe, I don't know. He was solid. I wish maybe it'd be better, but it is what it is. Jesus, Denzel Perryman, 137 tackles. Kirksey had 125. I already saw tackles for loss. Will Anderson Jr. 20. Rankins 19. Kirksey 16. Malik Collins had 15. 8 for Perryman. Sack numbers. Jerry Hughes led us with 7. Rankins was 6. Will Anderson, rookie year, 5.5. Malik Collins had 4. Kirksey 2. Winovich 2. And then interceptions. We had 3 picks all year. I guess we traded Steven Nelson. Hopefully he was leading us to interceptions, because that's really bad. But yeah, we will go ahead and we'll advance this into the offseason. I mean, for the most part, I feel like I got a pretty good read of what we need to do here. But, we'll see who's available in free agency and kind of what the board's looking like for the incoming rookies. But yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll send this to the offseason. I don't want to have to force myself to change our offensive playbook yet. But, that's always in the cards. 2023 season recap. It sees the Dallas Cowboys defeating the Raiders in the Super Bowl. Yeah, right. Patrick Mahomes wins us NFL MVP. Zach Taylor, Coach of the Year. McCaffrey, Offensive Player of the Year. Micah Parsons won Defensive Player of the Year. Bijan Robinson, Offensive Rookie of the Year. And then Lions rookie middle linebacker Jack Campbell with the NFC Rookie of the Year for defense. All right, re-sign players face 18 players ready to negotiate. I do want to bring Dalton Schultz back. I know it seems like a decent amount of money. I know it is. I feel like if we just gave him a neutral deal for 3, though, he'd take that. He will. Okay, so Dalton Schultz is back. Maybe an offensive playbook change will have him have a better year, but I don't want to get rid of him. So cornerback-wise, we're Derek Singletary, Shaq Griffin, Desmond King. I could bring Shaq Griffin back. I'll bring him back on a 1-year deal, because if we draft over him or something, just free agency. Singletary, I think I'm going to let move on. I do want to bring Jonathan Grenard back. I just don't want to overspend on him just because he's, we just won't bring him back. I don't know. If he had interest, I want to bring him back. Darius Phillips can go. Martin can go. Perryman can go. Sheldon Rankins is up to star. We'll bring him back on 1-year deal. He had a great year. So, yeah, we'll bring Rankins back. Even if we draft over him or sign over him, it's not that big of a deal. You can never go wrong with a little bit of depth. Corey Littleton's up to star. Interesting. Chase Winovich has interest. We need depth, so I'm just going to go ahead and bring in. Dude! I was like, that's no franchise tag for 24 mil. Obviously not. Okay. Well, I wanted to bring back one of those ends, but Chase Winovich was the only one with interest, and then he was like, no, I'm good. So we will need to sign some depth pieces in free agency for sure, but we also can find depth pieces in the draft as well. So we'll go ahead. Let's take a look at the roster here with you guys before we jump into free agency. So CJ Stroud has star development as we know. Tank Dell has star development as we know. I'm going to go ahead and make sure. Here, hold on. We'll generate our best lineup real quick. Tank Dell is our WR1. I love it. So Tank. Robert Woods is getting worse. We definitely probably need a third receiver. I mean, no, for sure. We definitely need to get a receiver. Offensive line, maybe a center, potentially. I'm cool with Juice, though, for now. We need linebackers. Christian Harris, Henry To'oTo'o. We got the Bama boys back here at middle linebacker. Nasruddin, doesn't matter. So corners, we got Stingley. Yeah, we need cornerbacks. We need a lot. We need depth. Will Anderson Jr. is up to superstar. Cool. I know he used that star, so he obviously did something to get up a superstar. I know he didn't. It's weird because I know he didn't win Defensive Player of the Year for rookies, but it's going to say on his player tag that he won AFC Defensive Rookie of the Year, which doesn't make sense. But anyway, free agency time. Offensively, we don't need a running back. We need a receiver. Odell. Corey Davis retired in real life. RIP to the boy. First contract I'm going to throw a 5-year deal to Jordan Brooks. We'll see if he wants to come in on that. I think we are his top offer. Okay, that'll give us a middle linebacker of the future, which would be nice. I'm going to throw Drew Tranquil a 1-year deal. I'm actually going to give him a player friendly, but just give him 1 year start development. Just give us a Band-Aid for a year. Hopefully he'll sign that. All right, so for agency, we're going for Brooks, Shaq Griffin back on a 1-year deal. Leonard Floyd on a 1-year deal, Tranquil on a 1-year deal, and Ronald Adami all on 1-year deals. We're just trying to basically get some depth. We should have went 5-5. We did. So Jordan Brooks, man, us down in the middle with Shaq Griffin coming back. Leonard Floyd going to take over an end spot, whether that's a depth piece or not. Tranquil should start at left outside linebacker. Ronald Adami will be a depth corner there. I'm going to sim to next week, and then I will adjust our lineup again, see if there's anything else I need to go grab right away, or else we'll just put our focus onto the NFL draft. I did forget to check here, so we'll see mock draft 4 actually, where exactly we are picking with that. So the Cardinals are back to back 4 and 5, so we're at 6, so we can get a guy here. Okay, definitely good to know. Yeah, we'll definitely, once we get through our free agency and I kind of figure out what the rest of the way I'm going here, I'll definitely look into this and figure out exactly what we need to do, because we're at 6, so we can definitely make a play for a good player for sure. Honestly, looking at our roster, I feel pretty solid where we're at for now. We have 1,000,000 picks in this year's draft, so it's not like I need to go sign any more depth pieces. We have like 3 7th round picks, 3 4th round picks, a first, a second, probably 5th or 2. So I think I can put my attention solely on the NFL draft here. So I'll advance this to next week, and I will figure out what we need to do at 6, whether that's a move up or potential trade down, or if we're going to stick and pick. So mock draft 5 here, they have us taking Don Ware, left end, out of Florida, 20 years old. Key ratings don't look great, but he's an insane athlete. Elite acceleration, elite jumping, great speed, great change of direction, good agility, good strength. He'll probably end up being my pick. I'm gonna scout him out with one of my picks just to make sure that he's at least around 1 to 2 talent, because he should have hidden depth. That guy looks really good for sure. All right, we are here at pick 6 in the NFL draft. I fully scouted out this guy. He's around 2 to 3 talent. I cannot take him this high for sure now. So, man, that sucks. There's a round one talent receiver here. Playmaker Adam Dickerson. This might be a trade back spot, boys. Good look at speed rusher Kevin Monroe. He looks really good too, and we know he's around 1 to 2 talent. I don't know where he's supposed to get drafted, though. I don't remember. I think I'd be able to move down a little bit and take him, but we'll see. I'm going to look at the trade downs real quick just to see if we can move down a spot or two, because I don't know where that guy's supposed to go for sure, and I don't want to miss out on him. Yeah, there wasn't anything I liked in the trade finder whatsoever. So I'm going to go ahead and take Kevin Monroe from Wyoming. He's a scheme fit left end, 6'3", 262, 22 years old. Welcome to Houston. He's got hidden development. I think we did a good job on that one. I'm curious to see so Don Ware went next pick. Interesting. Okay. I was going to say, I'm curious to see where he goes, of how much he falls, but the Eagles take him. That corner ends up going to 10 to Green Bay. Haven't seen one of the receivers yet. There goes Adam Dickerson to New England. They like their white receivers up there. That makes sense. Luke Clark to Boise. I'm curious. I just want to see where this other receiver goes. Leon Conway. He was 1 round to 2 talent. Looks like this other receiver might be falling down the board for sure. I could move up and take him. Am I crazy, or is this receiver still not taken? Hold on. He might have already got drafted. I might have missed it. Jarek Tomlinson's still here. Physical receiver, round 1 to 2 talent. I'm going to move up and take him. I'm moving up to Jacksonville's 20th, and I'm taking him. I think we could use an alpha receiver on the outside, and Tomlinson would be that guy. 20th pick, I am going to do what I can to move up here. I don't know how much farther he's going to fall, and I don't want to risk it. So we are going to move up. We're going to call Jacksonville, move up, and get another pick here. All right, so we have 2 first-round picks in next year's draft. So I sent one of our future firsts and 2 fourths in this one. We still have another 4th-round pick to move up to 20. We keep our 2nd-round pick in this year's draft, and we're going to go ahead and take that wide receiver, Jarek Tomlinson. I think this is a good move. I think it's a good move. 6'5", 234 from Virginia Tech. I'm just hoping he's got hidden development. Show me hidden development. Show me hidden development. He's got normal. That's a killer. That's a killer for sure. I thought for sure he was gonna. That's unfortunate. Well, we move on. 5th pick here in the 2nd round. There's definitely gonna be a lot of talents on the board. So I'm gonna look. Why is this tackle falling? He looks good, right? Should I just take him? How big is he? He can play right tackle. He looks good. 6'4", 318. He can move inside. I'm taking him. Is he falling for some reason? Normal development? That's why. What am I doing? All right, back on the clock here in the 3rd. I saw my face cam cut out there briefly. I don't know how long it was out for. I think I caught it, though, pretty quickly. So you guys might not even notice it froze. But I need to figure out what I'm going to do here in the 3rd. I'm going to take this tight end, Dom Spitzer. He looks like a great athlete. I'm just going to go for it. Hidden development tight end. Let's go. Dom Spitzer. Welcome to Houston. That allows, that gives us a second tight end to put in right behind Dalton Schultz, and that makes Dalton Schultz's 2-year contract a little bit more expendable for sure too. I'm gonna go with this right outside linebacker speed rusher. He's got elite speed, and we typically have a power rusher for outside linebacker, so I can roll potentially speed rusher. 86 speed, 87 acceleration. Maybe we can move him down too if we need to, but I feel like the athlete there, you can't teach that kind of speed coming off the edge. I feel, so we'll see. He was at Harvard too. That means he's knowledgeable, smart guy. Okay. We're in the 5th round here. This outside linebacker is elite speed, elite change of direction, elite acceleration. How could I not take him? I don't even care that he's got normal development. You can't teach that kind of athlete. We're stacking athletes on defense here in Houston. We'll figure out the fit. We got to develop them. We'll figure out how we make them good. But we're stacking athletes. I think we have multiple 7th round picks here. So we'll see what I can do here in the 7th round. Should be interesting. Any good kickers? So what I did last year in the 7th round pick is I would always look for power archetype kickers. Did they get rid of accurate archetypes? Because all power. Anyway, last year I looked for power archetype kickers. And I'd go over to physicals and I'd see their kick power. See, this is decent kick power. So like obviously he's not good. You're looking for like great or elite, and then you're hoping their kick accuracy is like a B or better. That's like an ideal kicker, 7th round kicker for sure. Like this guy's got great kick power, and he's got B accuracy. So George Tiller might end up being your kicker for the Houston Texans here. But there's one more guy I want to look at. I want to look at Travis Meltzer at Texas Tech. I see that B kick accuracy. Does he have good power? No. All right. 2nd pick in the 7th round, George Tiller out of Penn State. We know he can kick in cold weather, although he's coming down to Houston. If we have to go up north, he can do it. He rises to the occasion in the big moments. Welcome to Houston, George Tiller. Hidden development kicker. Ah! I know I just got that dog in me. Hidden development kicker, baby. That's how you do it right there. Let's go. That's the most exciting pickup. That's the most exciting pick of the draft. Hidden development kicker. I love it. I love it. Ooh, 2 picks later. They're going to hand me a hidden development kicker, and they're still going to let me make more picks? That's just unfair. All right, I'm actually going to take this receiving back in the 7th round, Zach Crossan. He's got, other than his marginal strength, he's got solid jumping, which doesn't matter. Great change direction, great acceleration, good speed. 7th round pick. I don't think I can go wrong with it out of Rutgers. Normal dev, but he is a good athlete. He could definitely become a receiving back for us. All right, 24th pick in the 7th round. I'm taking Kyrie Holloway, defensive tackle. He's got solid or better physical ratings, and this is the 7th round, so why would I not do this? 24th overall in the 7th round, we find hidden devs, boys. That's just how we do it. That's how we do it. I think we picked better in the 7th round there than we had the entire draft the rest of the way. We found 2 hidden devs in the 7th round. Kicker and defensive tackle. I love it. I think they did change Madden. So earlier, I think in my Vikings rebuild, I took a hidden development player 28th overall in the 7th round. So I think they've moved some of the like hidden devs down the board a little bit. I swear I used to never see those ever, unless I was just not a good drafter last year. But we know that's not true. Take a look how we did here. Monroe's a 74. Tomlinson's 73, so he's still good. Hall's a 74. He's still solid, just normal development. So he's, an offensive lineman, which is unfortunate. Dom Spitzer, hidden dev tight end, looks good at 74. Ronald Chapman, he was fast, 66. Kevin Bowe, same thing. He was fast, 64. Nailed it on the kicker with the hidden dev with George Tiller. And then Holloway, even though he's a 63 overall, he's got hidden dev. So at least that's okay. But Crossan's a 67. We had a lot of picks there. We just got a lot of depth. A couple guys that'll probably help us immediately. But I'm all in all pretty happy with that draft. I will go ahead. I'm going to adjust our roster in this preseason. And I'll see you guys at the beginning of the year with what our team's looking like. So Robert Woods is kind of just, he's got to go. We have so many other receivers at this point. We take a little bit of penalty for releasing him, but that's fine. He wasn't going to play for me anyway. We're going to roll Tank Dell, Mechie, and Jarek Tomlinson this year, so that's fine. All right, team going in here to year 2. Offensively, Tank Dell, Jarek Tomlinson, Mechie at receiver. Offensive line, same. I did end up moving that tackle that we drafted in the 2nd round, Josh Hall, just to center because he's higher over on Scruggs. I wanted to get him on the field. It all works out. We got the Dom Spitzer's tight end number 2 behind Schultz. Defensively, Kevin Monroe's not... Okay, I need to move... I'll go to the depth chart and I'll move Kevin Monroe to starting at right end because I definitely want him starting on one of the ends. But Malik Collins, Sheldon Rankins up the middle. DBs remain exactly the same. We have Darby at 4, and I signed Monty Owarie for CB5, and then safeties remain the same. And then we have Jordan Brooks, Tranquil, and then Christian Harris starting at right outside linebacker. We definitely need to improve that, but I'm going to go to depth chart and make sure Monroe is starting on one end. And then I'll see you guys at the midseason point, see if we need to make a playbook change, because I'm guessing we're going to need to. All right, 2-4 at the midseason point. I guess that doesn't necessarily surprise me. We still need to improve our team. I mean, overalls aren't still that good, but we'll see if maybe a playbook change is in the works. Desmond King, I'd probably still like to bring back. Tranquil, we'll see. Shaq Griffin, we'll see. Nico can probably go. Sheldon Rankins, still solid for his second D tackle. As much as I don't want to do it, I might look to trade Jimmy Ward here now. Just because we are 2-4, I don't expect a big turnaround coming. Our offense is 14th, defense is horrible. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and trade Jimmy Ward here, see if we can get a pick for him or something, because he's only gonna get worse now. I wouldn't mind, seeing if we can get something for him, even if it's like a mid-round pick. I'd be cool with that. So let's see if we can get anything for Jimmy Ward. I'm not gonna end up negotiating it with anybody at the moment. We'll wait till the end of the year on that. But mock draft 2, we should be picking relatively high. Yeah, we're at 8. At the moment. Who is the top guy in the class right now? Is it edge rusher? No, anything else? Ooh, this man-to-man corner looks good. Corner is kind of what I'm thinking, guys. Will Cage looks like he could be our guy potentially. We'll see. We're still super in the process, but if I'm gonna look to trade Jimmy Ward here, and if I end up making the trade, you guys will see it. Jimmy Ward heading over to Cincinnati for a 3rd round pick. Felt like that was pretty good value on both sides. So 3rd round pick for us for Jimmy Ward. We weren't gonna bring him back, and he goes over to Cincinnati. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign a free safety, just to replace him real quick, and then I'll see you guys at the end of the year. All right, end of the year, we were much improved. We're actually up to 8-9. Defense actually got better. We were 31st at the midseason point, got up to 22. 15 offensive points per game. I'm really happy with how that ended up. We ended up, going 8-9. We were 2 points away in week 18 of going 9-8. So definitely we'll take that. We'll take a look at the stats here. Jay Stroud needs to cut back on the turnovers for sure, but as long as he's progressing overall wise, I can live with it. 3,500 yards for him. Dameon Pierce, still having a solid year. He's getting the ball a lot. Obviously, in our scheme, we run the ball a lot. But Pierce had 1236, 4.1 per carry, 13 scores. Crossan, he was our 3rd down back. He had 230 and 4 scores on the ground, too. Kind of cool. Tank Dell over 1,000. I love it. Almost 69 catches for 1,008 and 7 scores. Mechie was good, 72, 801, and 6. And Tomlinson as our receiver 3. He had 6 touchdowns as a rookie. That's great. 559. Dalton Schultz, 60 catches. He had a better year this year. More catches, only 1 touchdown. I guess it might not be much of a better year, honestly. Jordan Brooks less than tackles. Tranquil was 2nd with Desmond King. 3rd tackles for loss. 21 for Rankins, dude. He is wrecking havoc up the middle. Will Anderson at 13. 11 for Malik Collins. 8 for Jordan Brooks. Sack numbers, Will Anderson last with 7. So he was 5.5 last year. He's up to 7. I'd love to see him get up into double digits. Rankins only 4.5. Yeah, he was our only real pass rusher. Kevin Monroe, maybe had a little bit of a lackluster rookie year for us, but that's okay. Hopefully he just gets better. Interceptions were a lot higher this year. Stingley had 3, Brooks with 2, 2 for Tranquil, 2 for Petrie, 2 for Griffin, 1 for Christian Harris, and 1 for Nick Scott, who we signed. That was the free safety we signed when we got rid of Jimmy Ward. Rookie kicker, George Taylor, 12-15. And punting, 54 yards per punt for Johnston. W. We'll get this into the offseason. All right, 2024 season recap. The Jags ended up actually winning the Super Bowl. Our division rival, I guess, in a way. Win their first Super Bowl. Josh Allen won Super Bowl MVP, defeating the Packers. I love that. Mahomes, NFL MVP. Doug Peterson, Coach of the Year. Josh Jacobs, Offensive Player of the Year. TJ Watt, Defense Player for the Steelers. Obviously, Offensive Rookie went to that wide receiver that we looked at. I'll show you guys here. Adam Dickerson, the one that we thought about taking. And then Rashard Hooks, Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Saints. I don't think I need to make a playbook change just yet. I might just go into one more year of our playbooks. Hopefully we get a little bit better. Maybe we can knock on the door making the playoffs this year. Upcoming year, we'll see. All right, mock draft 3 before we get into negotiating with our players. See exactly where we are picking. We'll probably have like a mid pick. I'm assuming we'll be picking at like 16 if I had to guess. I'm money with these. So I have us picking at 16. I need to take a look at these corners for sure up here. If there is one, Will Cage, I'm definitely going to have to take a look at him. I forgot to freaking set our national scout. But if we fully scout him out, we'll know what he is. But I'm definitely kind of sold on taking corner if we can. I'll look at him for sure. I'll have to look at a couple other corners too if we can. It doesn't look like he's in our first round. Maybe John Stamper as well. We'll take a look at, yeah, probably the top 3 or 4 corners. Jeez, there's a lot of good ones. Maybe we make a move and we take 2 corners. I mean, we could definitely bolster up our DB room for sure in this draft. Also, it depends like what we're looking at in free agency, because if there's a guy there that I want to extend, like sign, not extend, sign, we'll take. Stingley will obviously accept that option. Kenyon Green obviously accepting that option as well. Desmond King, I'm not against bringing Desmond King back again for 1 more year, because if we don't make it, we have the money to do so. And he's like, he was interested. Why did he not accept that? Okay. Well, that kind of sucks. Tranquil can go. Shaq Griffin's going to go. Nico's going to go. Rankin's up to superstar development. How do I not sign him back? Like, and he wants to test. Why? I should be giving these people more money. I really should be. We have money. Davis Mills, rest in peace. All right, well, I wanted to bring back Desmond King and Rankins, but obviously that did not work. Those are the only people I was interested in bringing back. Maybe we just replace them in free agency. Who knows? I'll take a look at our roster. I've got a pretty good idea, though, obviously, of kind of what we need. Kind of like last year, our defense just got worse because we lost a bunch of guys, but we'll figure that out. We're definitely going to bolster up our secondary in the draft, no doubt in my mind. This Dom Switzer's got X Factor. Yo, that's a huge deal. We definitely still need a receiver. I might sign a receiver almost. Like, if there's a guy that wants to be here and it makes sense, I will sign a receiver for sure. Defensively, yeah, we need defensive tackle help. Absolutely, Monroe ended up having star development, which doesn't surprise me. We need corners. We need everything. We're going shopping here in free agency. We got money. It's time to go get some big fish if we can. Nick Chubb being here is crazy. Brandon Ayuk, that might be the receiver we need. Ayuk has some interest. I am going to throw a contract at Ayuk. How can I let that go away? I got to try for him. I'm going to give Ayuk a player-friendly 5-year deal, and I will overpay for him for sure. We'll see if we can get him on that. Hopefully, we're high interest on him. We're his top offer, so hopefully Brandon Ayuk will come in. He can be our alpha for sure. Tight end, I know we're good. Offensive line, I think we're probably fine. Yeah, I think we're good offensive line-wise. We're good at edge. We definitely need D-tackle. Sheldon Rankins has to come back. I'm giving him that 1-year deal that he didn't already accept. And I'm also going to throw a contract at... I'm going to do a Jordan Phillips. It's not really... This doesn't move the needle at all, but like... I'm hoping to draft a D-tackle as well, but that just gives us another guy. He's a scheme fit, so that works for me. Linebackers, we need them. We really need right and left. So it's going to end up being Akeem Davis-Gaither if we can. I'm cool with overpaying for him, like very player-friendly for 2 years, though. I don't want to pay him long-term. Yeah, we should get him on that. And then right outside linebacker, we also need a guy. Chandler Jones. I'm going to give Gross Matus a 1-year deal. He doesn't want to be here, but I'm just going to pay him a lot and give him a 1-year deal. Hopefully he'll accept that. And then we got to worry about corner. But there isn't a guy anyway. We're already out of offers, but there isn't a guy here. I mean, Awuzie would be all right, but he doesn't want to be here. We'd have to overspend for him. I do kind of want Desmond King back, but we got to eval once anyway. So we'll go to all of our players. We'll eval, see if we get which ones we get, if anybody. We should have, yeah, we got Brandon Ayuk. That's the big one. We get Akeem Davis-Gaither, which is big, and then Sheldon Rankins is back as well with superstar development, which is crazy. He's having a late of his career. He's playing the best football he's ever played. Okay, so now we have the ability to go out and try to get a corner. I want to draft 2, but we need a 4th for sure. Isaiah Rodgers is not an option because the dude's like outlawed from the NFL. Kadir Kohu, who's this? I want him. I want him on a 3-year deal. He looks good to me. I don't even know who that is. Not even going to lie. I'm not even going to pretend I know who that is. But we'll take him again. A&M Commerce. That's kind of cool. 3 offers out on the table. Hopefully we go 3 for 3. We get Kohu, and then we don't get Gross Matus yet. Okay, he's being a little stubborn. But we get everyone else, which is nice. That's going to help our defense for sure, and offense with Ayuk. So we'll advance it next week, see if we get Gross Matus, and then we'll probably just put our focus onto the NFL draft. So I'm pretty happy now with our receivers with Ayuk, Tank Dell, John Mechie, and Tomlinson. We're good with quarterback, running back, obviously. Offensive line. Offense is set for now. We do need a free safety. I didn't even think about that. My plan is... Oh, we got Gross Matus. Cool. Sweet. So linebackers are set for now, at least for this year. I'm kind of sold on drafting 2 corners. I do need a free safety though, so hopefully there's one here that we can sign. I kind of didn't even think about that. I totally forgot. I mean, I knew we traded Jimmy Ward, but I wasn't even thinking about it in that free agency period. So we do need a free safety. Hopefully there's one here that makes any sense. Jimmy Ward. Bring Jimmy Ward back on a 1-year deal. I'm actually going to do it. We just traded him away and we're bringing him back. Jimmy Ward on a 1-year deal. We got rid of him and now we're bringing him back. That's why we trade him, baby. And we get Jimmy Ward. Welcome back, Jimmy Ward. We trade him for a 4th-round pick. Or a 3rd-round pick. No, 3rd-round pick to Cincinnati, and then we just brought him back. That's how you do it right there. All right. That's all I'm going to do in free agency. I'm kind of sold on taking 2 corners in the draft. Like I said, I'm going to move it to next week. And I'm going to see the top 3 corners. Maybe the top, I don't know. We'll see if I want to move up because then it's going to be tougher to kind of move back into the 1st round. I might, when we eval these people, there might be 2 that are round one talents that we can get, like where we're kind of picking at. Like I wouldn't be surprised in that. So we're good in free agency. We still have money tied over for next year too. We got $74 million that we can tie over into next year. So that'll be good. I'm really liking where we're at right now. We just hopefully will improve this year. It's probably definitely the year where I would need to make a playbook change by chance, but I don't want to do it right away. I just hate doing it super early. Yeah, this corner is going to go 2. So that's definitely off our radar at this point. But we are at 16. They have us taking Julius Love. So that's a guy I'll definitely scout out some more. And there's going to be 2 more. There should be, yeah. John Stamper and Luke McLaughlin. Hopefully, John Stamper and Luke McLaughlin are just both round 1 talents. They look pretty insane. I mean, look at Luke McLaughlin already. Look at A man, B press, B zone, A catching. Really good athlete. Yeah, he's going to be a stud. Honestly, if I can just get these 2, John Stamper as well, just move back and get both these guys, that might be the move. And I'm kind of, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. Obviously, I'm going to scout them. We'll know they're 100% scouted after I put my focus scouting on them. But I think that's my plan right now. We'll see what we'll see what they're looking like, of course. All right, NFL draft time. I am going to go immediately to my picks. I know I'm not moving up at all. Let's see what these corners are looking like. I ended up not putting a scouting focus on the corner that was supposed to go to us, Julius Love, just because he's 50% scouted. We weren't going to learn his 100% scouting. But we know Stamper's around 1 time. We know McLaughlin's a top 5. And we know Brandon Merriweather's a top 5 talent. Merriweather is not even supposed to go in the 1st round. I have to take the top 5 talent, guys, right? I can't. I got to move back to like 25. Yeah, we're going for the top 5 talent. We're going for the 2 top 5 talent guys for sure. I'm going to try to trade back like 5 spots if I can. Okay, there's nothing on the trade finder that's going to allow me to move back to those spots. So I'll just manually end up making a trade here. All right, so I'm moving back to the Cowboys pick at 25, and I'm picking up a 3rd from them. That'll help me move back up basically to the 1st pick of the 2nd round. That's my plan. So we will go ahead and we're going to go 1 by 1 here. Yeah, they take Julius Love, which is cool. They were selected to take Stamper anyway. So the one I'm not going to take, the round 1 talent, even though he's still super good, I just don't need to take 3 of them. So this should be where I'm supposed to pick Stamper, but I'm not going to pick Stamper. I'm going to take McLaughlin here. So let's go corners. Yeah, we'll take Luke McLaughlin here, Illinois. 6'3", 181, top 5 talent in the class. A man, B press, B zone. We already saw he was a really good athlete. Welcome to the team, Luke McLaughlin. That's a normal development. There's no way he's a top 5 talent. Oh my God. He's an insane athlete. He's going to be super high overall, but he's normal dev. I hope the other guy's hidden because that's a killer. All right, John Stamper went there at 29 to the Chiefs. I'm going to move up to the 1st pick of the 2nd round. All right, so I traded my 2nd and one of our 3rds to move up to this spot where I'm going to take the other corner. I cannot believe that McLaughlin was normal development. That was the biggest shock I think I've ever had in these drafts. In my Madden drafting history, doing rebuilds and everything, that's the biggest shock ever. All right, where's my boy at? Brandon Merriweather at Notre Dame. You need to have hidden development, buddy. Top 5 talent in the class. You can't both have normal dev. All right, at least Brandon Merriweather's got hidden dev. That's tough, dude. That's tough. All right, so we do not have a 2nd round pick now. So we have 2 picks in the 3rd round, though. I'm thinking free safety with one of them, just because we have Jimmy Ward on a 1-year contract. If there's a good free safety here, I think that's my plan. Probably definitely a reach here, but I'm going to take Greg Groves here. Free safety. Round 34 talent. He only has C zone, but he's the best athlete of the ones available. So I'm going to go ahead and take him. It feels kind of more of a need. He's got hidden development. That's a great pick. Let's go. That's a money pick. I didn't think he was going to have hidden development, honestly. If that first corner didn't have hidden development, I was unsure if he would this guy. I mean, now I don't know what to think anymore, but that's a money pick for us, for sure. We have another pick in the 3rd round, so we'll figure out what we're going to do there. I'm going to take this defensive tackle. He doesn't look amazing, but he's a scheme fit. He's got B power moves. It's drafting for need. Probably not the move, but it is the 3rd round, so the odds of us finding hidden devs in the 3rd, late 3rd, not that high anyway, so we can live with that. Let's keep it rolling. I'm actually going to take this guard, Zach Gleason. He looks really good here in the 4th round. We're going to go ahead and give him. He's got hidden development. Let's go. Hidden development, offensive lineman. Never can complain about that whatsoever. He might be a plug-and-play starter at one of the spots for sure. Good pick there for us. See what happens when I don't go and draft for need. I can actually find hidden devs. All right, I'm going to take this right outside linebacker, Dom Preston. Good jumping, great strength, elite acceleration, power rusher. Looks pretty solid to me. He's got normal development. Who's surprised? Not me. All right, 5th round pick here. This will probably be my last pick I make at this point. We'll see kind of who's around, and this, like I said, this probably end up being my last pick, to be honest. All right, I took a left outside linebacker, Aaron Franklin here in the 5th round. Pretty good acceleration, pretty decent athlete, normal development, but that'll be the last pick I make here. I'll see you guys with how we did at the draft recap. All right, draft recap. That freaking Luke McLaughlin's 79 overall normal dev, man. That's evil. Merriweather 78. Ooh, gross hidden development, but he's 6'6 overall. Dang, Chandler Woodley. That was a really bad pick on my part. Gleason was solid. He's not a plug and play starter, but he's got star dev. Don Preston looks like he could be okay maybe in the future. And we had a lot of 7th round picks. Holy cow. They took a middle linebacker, an end, and a corner. Not bad overall. 68, 68, 65. Whatever. But I'm going to adjust the roster. I'll see you guys with how we're looking. All right, taking a look at the roster here. Offense, I'm really happy with how the offense is looking. I think this is obviously the strength of our team. Dameon Pierce is progressing really well. CJ Stroud's hopefully going to have a better year this year with being able to throw to Ayuk. Schultz and the Superstar X Factor tight end. Offensive line remains exactly the same. Gleason's the backup. Obviously guard with in development. Yeah, defensive tackle is where we're really weak at the moment. I mean, Rankin's has superstar development, but he's only going to get worse. He's not going to progress. He just has an ability. He's 74 overall. I moved up all the way to be D tackle number 2. It's very weak and it's not good at all, but I'd just rather use the star guy than Booker, honestly. Monroe and Will Anderson on the edge. DBs, Stingley, McLaughlin, and Merriweather. And then Kohu is at CB4. Linebackers, you guys know him, Brooks, Davis, Gaither, and Gross Matus, and then Jimmy Ward back, and then Petrie. And then we got Groves playing backup safety for us with hidden development. So I'm going to make sure our depth chart is not out of order for our sub packages, and I'll see you guys at the midseason point. I'm not making a playbook change yet. Hopefully we'll be doing solid at the midseason point where I don't have to make a playbook change, because I think that we should be competitive this year. It's just really up to our playbook at this point. All right, so we were at week 3. I typically like to sim week by week up to week 3 just so I can set my regional scouting focus if I remember. And we were 0-3 and our defense was playing terrible. We had the 8th best offense and the last ranked defense. So I went ahead and changed our defensive playbook to the Cowboys. So hopefully that'll help our defense since that's the weak point of our team right now with 77 overall defense. Hopefully we can have a couple wins here at this midseason point. And there we go. See, we were 0-3. And now we're 3-4 at the midseason point. It's so perfect. Anyway, 12 players ready to negotiate for this turnaround for the Houston Texans. The playbook change, looking money defensively. Dameon Pierce needs an extension. More than likely going to give it to him. Petrie needs an extension. He's obviously going to get it. He'll get his 3-year deal that he wants. Player friendly, give him a little bit more money. Petrie is back for probably the rest of this rebuild. Mechie, we'll worry about that later. Rankins, probably need to bring him back again for one more year. I will. I'll bring him back again. The dude's been super good for us. He can be a second D tackle for us if we, look to upgrade in the offseason. That's probably the only ones I'm worried about for sure. Yeah, now the question is, do we pay Dameon Pierce? Probably need to. I went ahead and did it. We paid Dameon Pierce a 5-year contract to bring him back. In real life, I'm not a fan of running back paying, but in Madden, in Sim, you need to, have a good running back to be effective. So, yeah, I'm going to set my national scouting focus, and we'll see you guys in the year. Maybe we'll be the playoff team this year. All right, so we finished 8-9 again, missed the playoffs. We start off 0-3. I think we're in a good spot now. Team is definitely getting better moving into technically year 4, but really year 3 of like the rebuild, because year 1 we just sim with the normal team. But I'm pretty happy with where we're at. I think the next couple of years we definitely should be one of the better teams, especially in the division. I mean, in our division, we should definitely be good. CJ Stroud, man. Turnovers are way down, but we need more passing touchdowns. Might have to do a playbook change on offense too. We'll see. Dameon Pierce has been super good for us. 1364, 13 scores, and he got extended. We'll take that for sure. Receiving, Tank Dell, 940 and 6. Ayuk wasn't that great, but we don't pass the ball at a high level. Schultz was better. Mechie was whatever. Defensively, though, we were much improved. Obviously, after we started off 0-3. Jordan Brooks, 109 tackles. Gaither had 103. Tackles for loss, 16 for Kyrie Holloway. That's our star defensive tackle that it's like 65 overall. Monroe at 14. That's a lot better year. He's only 2 sacks, but tackles for loss were a lot better. Will Anderson at 12. And sack numbers. Will Anderson, 7.5, 5 for Brooks, 4 for Rankins, 3.5 for Holloway, 2 for Monroe. Picks, Davis Gaither at 3, Ward at 3, Merriweather at 3, Stingley at 3, and 1 for Brooks. So sack numbers haven't been great. Tiller's been a good kicker for us, though. Sack numbers haven't been great for us, but I know the defense has been good. It's been solid since we made the change, so we can definitely take that for sure. But yeah, we'll get into this offseason. This is a big offseason for us because now we're really knocking out the door in the playoffs back-to-back years. Teams actually improved. Offense was 13th as I'm seeing it. Defense was 27. So it definitely was better. We were getting like 35 points a game in the first 3 games. So it's better. We just need to get a couple more pieces, and I think we should be over 500 next year and hopefully a playoff team. 2025 season recap. The Cowboys win the Super Bowl. So we know the defense is good enough. The scheme, at least. Maybe we need to move Cowboys offense too. Cowboys win the Super Bowl. Yeah, right. Dak Prescott, Super Bowl MVP. Yeah, right. Joe Burrow, NFL MVP. Coach of the Year, Doug Peterson again. Jalen Hurts, Offensive Player of the Year for the Eagles. Michael Parsons, Defensive Player of the Year. Chris Robinson, Offensive Rookie of the Year, quarterback for the Bucks. And then Oscar Rhodes, Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Lions. Okay, we'll see what our re-signed players' face is looking like. We'll see if there's anyone I really want to bring back. Only 11 players need to negotiate. We got about 64 mil. So Will Anderson, he's up to superstar. Well, he already was superstar. I knew that. Duh. CJ Stroud, obviously we're going to accept that option. He's our quarterback for the long haul. Mechie, I'm going to let go. Gross Matos can go. I think everyone else is going to go. Yeah. So looking at our team, I think we really just need free safety, right outside linebacker, and defensive tackle. And that's going to be it. I think offensively we're fine. We're definitely set for now. I am going to bite the bullet and change our offensive playbook to the Cowboys as well. Maybe I should just start every rebuild by changing our offensive playbook to Cowboys if we're in a 4-3. But defensively is what we need to look at here. So we need defensive tackle, important, and there's nobody here. Right outside linebacker, also important, and there's nobody here that would fit our scheme. And then free safety, Caden Stearns. Well, welcome to the team, Caden Stearns. You got superstar development. We will give you a player-friendly 4-year deal, and he'll accept that. So Caden Stearns will be our free safety, superstar development. We will absolutely take that. He's only 26 too, so we'll get Caden Stearns to play free safety for us. Go ahead and give Gross Matos a 1-year deal again just to come back. Just because if we don't draft over him, I mean, at least he's serviceable there. Defensive tackle, I think we're just going to go draft. I think we're just going to hope there's a good defensive tackle in the draft, and we're going to go for that because there's nobody there I really want to take. So targeted Stearns and Gross Matos. We get Stearns, of course, and then Gross Matos is being stubborn like he was last time, but he should sign after we send him this week. But that's all I'm going to do for free agency. I think our team's set. Other than that, the draft, we need to, for sure, look defensive tackle because we need to get a hoss there if there is one. Okay, cool. And Gross Matos did sign. I didn't say it. Merriweather ended up having star development, which is fine. McLaughlin didn't get an upgrade, unfortunately, but if we can get a pretty good defensive tackle here, I'm going to relatively like where Gaither's up to superstar development. I didn't see that either. That's big time. So, offensively, we're good too. I think we just need to figure out defensive tackle, and I think we're relatively going to be set. All right, mock draft 5 here. We'll know exactly where we're picking. We're probably going to be, like I said, like in the same exact spot, but hopefully there's a defensive tackle that looks good. It doesn't look like I don't see one yet, which is worrisome. We're picking at 13. No D tackles. No D tackles. No D tackles. There isn't a first round D tackle. Well, that's not good. This corner looks insane. Hold up. We don't need corner, but A-man, A-press, man-to-man. Yeah, this corner is amazing. All right, I'm putting my focus scouting on the top 3 defensive tackles just because they look the best. Hopefully one of them's around 1 talent, because the one of them's around 1 talent, that's what I'll end up doing. We can still move back, though, too, because now we're supposed to be first-round picks. Or we draft somebody that we like at that spot, which we could do, and then we just move up in the second round. That's an option as well. So everything's on the table at the moment. We're going to go ahead. We'll sim right to our pick because I'm not going to move up or anything. So we'll sim right to our pick, see what those defensive tackles are looking like, and then we will evaluate what we're going to do. All right, so two of the defensive tackles are around one to two talents, which is good. Obviously, I'm not going to move up. I mean, we don't have to move up. We're obviously not going to take one of them here. Kevin Blackman, great speed, good jumping, good strength, pretty solid. I mean, he looks good. Absolutely could be a pick. And then Charles Elliott here out of Bama, 6'5", 305. If he's a better athlete, we'll see. Elite strength, I mean, that's good. They're really similar to each other. Hypothetically, I could take both. But I'm not going to do that more than likely. I need to look around and see if I'm actually going to make a pick here. I think I'm just going to go ahead and make this pick at 13 with Alani Thomas. He's a right outside linebacker. That might be an upgrade over Gross Matus potentially. Hidden development, which is nice. 84 strength, 87 acceleration. Looks solid. Hidden development, which is big. So he'll automatically move over Gross Matus because he should be close in overall around 74, 75. Probably maybe like 72, 73. But he'll start for us. I'm going to go ahead and advance this basically to early second round. I'm going to wait till the first defensive tackle to go, and then I'm going to go take the other one. That's my plan. Because I don't think it'll happen, but there's a chance that we don't even have to move up in the second round to take one, but I'm not going to miss out on either of them. Like, I'm getting at least one of them. The one with the elite strength probably would be the better one to get, but I think they're going to be very similar in overall, honestly. One might have a hidden development trait, one might not. I'll probably pick the wrong one, though, if I, do make the decision myself. So we're just going through this here. And like I said, we'll be moving up when one of them goes. All right, I see our icon on the screen. None of them have gone yet. Only the top one went, the one that was a round 2 or 3 talent, the one that we weren't even considering taking. But yeah, we're probably not going to have to move up at all. Yeah, we're not going to move up. We're going to probably get our choice. We're going to get our choice. Let's make the right decision. I feel like I'm already leaning the one with elite strength. Like, how could I not lean the one that has the elite strength, right? Yeah, it's going to be Charles Elliott. It's going to be Charles Elliott. Elite strength out of Bama. 21 years old. We're going to go with him. Crazy. It's crazy. Draft recap. After I made that defensive tackle pick, I just simmed to the end because the draft's been doing me dirty. I was like, I'll probably mess up anyway. Okay, so we take, at least he's a 75. I mean, that's a plug and play starter. Lonnie Thomas is going to start over Matos. They took a center who's 72 overall. He probably has normal development, but cool. Running back Daryl Cook. Did another defensive tackle, 70. Another halfback, another end. Okay. Just more depth pieces. Cool with me. At least the defensive tackle is a high overall, so at least he'll be like high enough where I don't have to manually play him. He's just automatically in. Obviously, I have the manual depth chart set on, but at least he's actually like worth. His talent level is high enough where he should be playing, not me just like force playing him. But yeah, I will we'll send this to the regular season. All right, 87 overall offense, 81 overall defense, 84 overall in general. Quick upgrade players, see if there's anyone of any importance here that's got an upgrade. It's Kyrie Holloway, the star development defensive tackle, who now, after having a good year last year, is kind of buried on the depth chart. I'll probably make him my third defensive tackle, though, just behind Rankins and that rookie Elliott that we got. But yeah, we'll take a look here at the team with y'all here real quick. All right, roster check. Offense is basically exactly the same as it has been. I mean, it really is. Ooh, that Cook running back they drafted as a hidden development. Those Cook guys, James Cook, Dalvin Cook, the boys. Defensive tackle. Oh, I guess the CPU must have cut Sheldon Rankins. Well, okay, that's fine, I guess. It is what it is. But front seven, defensive tackle is still our weakness, like it is every year. Corners, McLaughlin, Stingley, Mayweather, Kohu, that's solid. Safeties, Stearns and Petrie, and the linebackers looking better with Brooks, Gaither at superstar development, and Alani Thomas. We are all in on the Cowboys offense, Cowboys defense. I will see you guys at the midseason point. We better be over 500. Midseason point, and we're 2-5. Offense sucks, defense sucks. Do we need to go Jaguars offense? They're 20 and they're good. Oh, brother. 16 players here ready to negotiate. That includes Derek Stingley, who of course is going to get extended. 5-year deal for Mr. Stingley. He is back on that. No issues there. Tank Dell obviously has got to come back as well. He's been super good for us. 4-year contract for Tank Dell. Welcome back, Tank. Kenyon Green for 3. Perfect. Laremy Tunzel back on a 1-year deal. This might be crazy and not smart, but I'm not going to change my playbook yet. I'm going to roll with it. I mean, we're 2-5. It's not great. I mean, it's not good at all, but the rest of our division is also like 2-5 and 2-4 other than the Jaguars. I believe in our team to get over the hump here. I believe we can get over the hump and be competitive and maybe sneak it in the wild card. It's going to be tough. I'm probably making the wrong decision here, but I do believe in us. I'm going to go ahead and I will sim this to the playoffs. If we end up missing the playoffs, we're really going to need to reevaluate everything because we're kind of getting to that point of the episode, the rebuild, where ideally, this is how it goes: is we make the playoffs this year, we're competitive, and then next year we are basically going to win it all. But now we're kind of a year put back if we don't make the playoffs this year, which makes 2 more years a little bit more tougher because we're behind and it's going to take a lot more to get us up there. But hopefully, we can somehow sneak in the playoffs. I mean, we were 5-12 in year 1 with the actual Texans roster. First year under my real control, we were 8-9. Then we went 8-9 again, and then now it's looking like we might be similar, if not worse, and we're a better team. So, yeah, I really don't know what to do, but we'll have to figure it out. We'll see how we finish up here shortly. And we finished 6-11, 27th offense, 26th defense. We got to change the playbook again. We'll have to figure out what's going to work best. Dallas is 13-4, though, so that's why I really don't understand it. We should be better than we are if Dallas is going 13-4 with their playbook, but we'll take a look at our stats. Stroud was really good, 3,800 yards, 25 touchdowns, 8 picks. Good year for him. Dameon Pierce wasn't getting the ball at the same clip he was, but he still ran 4.4 per carry. He still had a great year. Ayuk was amazing. Tank Dell was solid. Schultz was good. Tomlinson's fine as a third receiver. I don't know why our offense was so bad. Defensively, Brooks 130 tackles, 118 for Davis Gaither, 102. We had 4 guys over 100 tackles. Tackles for loss, 23 for Will Anderson, huge. Holloway had 13 for the rookie Elliott, 12 for Monroe. Sack numbers, Anderson 12.5, Holloway at 4.5, Elliott 2.5, Lonnie Thomas 2.5 in his rookie year, 2 for Jordan Brooks. I mean, why are we not we're just not, I don't know what's going on. Are we just like not moving the football? If we don't score, do we just like go 3 and out? How did our kicker only have 8 field goal attempts? I don't know what's going on. Well, we've got a big offseason coming up. The problem is I don't know the answer. 6th season recap, the Tennessee Titans defeat the Detroit Lions 20-10. So the Jaguars have won the Super Bowl and the Titans have won the Super Bowl. Both teams in our division. Crazy. Tim Patrick won Super Bowl MVP. Mahomes NFL MVP. Ramiro Gallo for the Lions. So Dan Campbell, where'd you go? Offensive Player of the Year was Lamar for the Ravens. Micah Parsons, Defensive Player of the Year, Cowboys. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Ben McGowan. Wide receiver for the Titans. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year was a corner for the Bengals, Jamal Flynn. But we're going to have a lot of money for free agency. A lot of money to obviously bring back our players. Man, I'm lost, boys. I'm really lost right now. Dang, Akeem Davis Gaither's up to X Factor, but he's not going to get any better. He's 29. I don't know. I'll probably reevaluate that in free agency. Dalton Schultz can walk. We got a better tight end than him on our roster. We'll bring back Tomlinson on his offer. We need to find a third receiver, though, for sure. Then Titus Howard's going to walk, too. We could bring him back, but that's the guy we can look at free agency, too. But we are going to... We've got money. We got to make something happen with it. It's crazy to me because if you look at our team... I mean, other than a 4th receiver and obviously right tackle, we can move Hall to right tackle, and then we could maybe move Gleason to center. Gleason's gone. I guess Shaq Mason's gone. He must have retired. So we do need to figure out something on the offensive line for sure. Defensively, Alani's got star, which is fine. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I feel like we got a pretty decent team. I wish Monroe isn't developing at end, unfortunately. He's just not doing anything for us. 6th overall pick in the first time. He's just not doing anything for us. That was a miss, unfortunately. But he had hidden development. He just wasn't Cooper Kupp. Jeez. It's like, yeah, like we could use a third receiver, but like Cooper Kupp has no interest in us. And I don't really need Tyler Scott or Michael Gallup. I'd rather just roll with who we got. We do need offensive tackle, though, or center. Either one would work. I'm going to give DJ Humphries a 1-year deal and just flip him over to right tackle. There's just, no big-time players here. It's just unfortunate. But I did offer a contract to Akeem. I don't know if we're going to get him. Doesn't look like we're going to. We do get DJ Humphries, so we lose out on Gaither.
There was just no one else there that I wanted to bring back. I know he had X Factor, but he also was 78 overall. He wasn't going to get any better. And now we just need a guy who can come in and play for a year before we basically hopefully draft over him or sign over him next year.
Offered Cody Barton a 1-year deal. Gonna move him to a left outside linebacker. That'll be perfect for us. So I think, unfortunately, I mean, I think that's all we're gonna do. Our team's kind of set. It's a good team. It's just not performing to the expectation level that we have set for ourselves. I mean, defensively, I feel like we're pretty solid. I mean, it'd be nice for our DBs to progress, like McLaughlin get a development trait, but defensive tackle, we're weak, but there was nobody there again. Offensive line solid for now. I'm going to make sure DJ Humphries is, of course, yeah, he's playing the right tackle. I didn't move his position, but he's still going to be playing right tackle. That's fine. I mean, it's a good enough team. I just don't know what we need to do. I'm going to be honest with y'all. We'll get into this NFL draft. NFL draft time is upon us again, and honestly, I'll be honest, I literally have no idea what I'm doing. I was looking at the top players in the class. There was nobody that was like even worth moving up for. Yeah, we're picking here at 9. I just need to figure out if there's anybody worth a damn, basically. All right, I'm taking a big reach here. I'm taking this round 1 to 2 talent out receiver at 9. I don't know where he's supposed to go in the draft. He's got normal development. Nice. All right, second round, taking this middle linebacker, Jabari Curry. He looks really good. I hope he's got hidden. He does. 90 speed. Yeah, this guy's a freak. At least we made up with that bad first round pick with our second round pick, because that's a big time pick there. He can play middle or left outside linebacker for us. No problem. Obviously, we have Jordan Brooks and we signed Barton, but I mean, this might go more than. So right now, what I'm thinking in this, I'm recording for a while here. We're getting up to about basically a 3-hour point, but we're doing 2 more years unless we win it all in this upcoming year. 2 more years for sure. That's basically the plan. That's where I'm at, if you guys were curious. Took offensive guard Greg Springs here in the 3rd. Just because I know DJ Humphries is going to be out of here next year if we keep moving, and Tunzel, we'll see. Hopefully he doesn't retire. We need offensive linemen. We can move people around. I'm honestly thinking if there's one here, I might go another offensive lineman. I was looking at the receivers. This is what I put my national scout on. There's a round 1 to 2 talent here, and let's stretch to go day 3. He doesn't look good, but how can I pass this up? We missed on the 9th overall pick, but Trey Blue, same name. Respect to you, brother. We got the same name, my guy. And yeah, so we might have nailed that one on the head. 9th pick, L. 9th pick in the 4th round, W. That's so funny. Well, boys, if that tells you anything right there, that should tell you. That's why we don't, as I take a normal development tight end here in the, that was the 6th round pick? That's going to be my last pick I make. I'm just going to sim the rest of the way. But that tells you right there, that's why you just don't take a receiver at 9 unless it's a generational talent. You're moving up 1 for him because you find the guys down the board. I know our national scout was on there, but he was a freak athletically. I mean, like if I would really want a receiver and I was looking at it, I would have found that guy anyway because I would have saw all the great for his key ratings. Draft recap. The wide receiver was a 75 overall. He's actually higher overall than Blue is. They have the same face, they do. But we like Trey Blue in this household. Sick name. 75 for Jabari Curry, 72 for Springs, and then offensive lineman Tyner both 66, and then they took Thaddeus Sprinkle in the 7th round. So not too shabby, not too shabby. All right, we are getting officially. I said it like probably 30 minutes ago. I don't know, maybe not in video time, but 30 minutes ago in my time. Now we're getting to that point of the video where we need to be competitive. Yeah, we got 1 more year of me just actually like going through and like setting the scouting and stuff, because we're going to have 1 more off season. Basically, unless we win it all this year, there's going to be 1 more off season. But the last year will be quick because it'll literally just be simming to the playoffs. And if we make it, great. If we don't, well, I might shed a tear. Still here at this point in the video, I appreciate if you hit the like button and comment anything down below. If you're new, of course, if you're new and you're still here, you clearly enjoyed it enough to hit that sub button for me. Come on now. But yeah, we'll take a look at the team here. Offensive, dude, that Cook running back has superstar X Factor. What the heck? Get him up the chart. Let him be the backup at this point. I mean, offensively, it looks pretty good. I actually want Blue playing at WR3 with hidden development. Sorry, Tomlinson. Both my first round picks were normal dev, but we could probably trade Tomlinson. honestly. Offensive line, it's solid. It's not amazing, but it's solid. It will do the job. Skill positions were looking good. Defensively, defensive tackle, we're still weak. Anderson's up to X Factor though, which is really nice. Curry's got hidden dev. We knew that. And yeah, DBs are good. It's a good team. We just we just need to figure something out. Hopefully at the midseason point we will be actually competitive, because this is kind of sad. So I'm looking at trade offers for Jarek Tomlinson. They're going to give me a left tackle, star development, Joshua Paul from the Cowboys. So we will take that. So Jarek Tomlinson is heading to Dallas. One of our early first round picks that we traded back up for. He was around 1 and 2 talent at the time. I remember he looked good, big physical receiver, pretty athletic, and he just had normal dev, and he just did not get any better. So that's going to actually make, let me see here. Let me go to my just lineup again. I want to see, does that make DJ Humphries now expendable? Do we just move DJ Humphries now? We could. Yeah, because that's going to start Paul. Yeah, we'll probably just trade DJ Humphries too, honestly. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Josh Paul will move into starting right tackle, which is perfect for me. Humphries to the Bills for 2 fourth-round picks. They needed a right tackle, so I guess it made sense for them. But yeah. Team should be good. I'm going to make sure my lineup is set. I want to make sure our hidden development, Trey Blue, is playing, obviously playing our third receiver, because I need him to get his development trade up as fast as possible. Yeah, I need to move him up again. But yeah, I'm going to roll with the same playbook for now. Rolling Cowboys. I know it's good. We have a really good overall team. If we are bad, like if we're bad at the midseason point, well, then I for sure am 100% changing the playbooks, because that's a problem. All right, so I'm here at week 3, setting my regional scouting focus, and we're 0-2, and we suck. So playbooks are getting changed. We're going to try out Philly for defense, and we are going to go with the Chiefs offense, because I don't know what to do at this point, boys. It's just everything I do just doesn't seem to work out. We have a good overall team. You would think we should be more competitive and not the worst defense and crappy offense too. Can I find the... Okay, there we go. We're going to try this out. Hopefully this can save our season, but I'll see you guys at the midseason point. All right, we started off 0-2, and now we're 2-4. Our defense is still horrendous, so I'm about to change our playbook probably again. Offense looks like it's getting better, which is at least good. Dallas is freaking 5-2. It's so frustrating. We're probably going to Colts defense. Looks like that one's doing well for them right now. Let's see what they're doing on the stats screen. If they're not giving up points, we're going to move to Colts defense, because this is so frustrating. This playbook stuff, it just, ugh. Playbook. Let's go defense. Colts, are they good? Yeah, the Colts are pretty good. So are the Lions. Lions could be good too. The Lions didn't make the Super Bowl last year. Detroit? We ripping Detroit? I'm about to rip Detroit's defensive playbook. Detroit defense will keep rolling with the Chiefs offense. I trust that one. But this is so annoying. I actually totally forgot that Detroit's a 3-4 defense. I didn't even realize that. So we're actually just going to go with the Colts. Breakout wide receiver. Hold up. Who is this? It's got to be blue, right? Tank Dell looking up a superstar. He's not going to get that. That's a ton, but yeah, that's kind of cool though. We got 17 players ready to negotiate. Last time seeing this screen for this rebuild, because next year we won't even be looking at this stuff. X Factor, Will Anderson, you are 100% coming back. Take all the money in the world, sir. Perfect. Dom Spitzer, too, for sure coming back. Player-friendly 5-year deal. That's actually a steal for a talent like that, if I'm going to be honest. Stroud needs to come back. Paul's going to have to come back. We'll throw Stroud a deal right now. Just 6-year player-friendly deal. He doesn't want that, which is fine. Joshua Paul, we'll try to get him back. Joshua Paul's back. That's cool. And then Tunzel for sure has got to come back. But we can't just throw out the money to Tunzel yet, because we got to bring it back CJ Stroud. So we'll worry about that when it comes. We can move money around the offseason if we need to. But yeah, that's going to take us to the end of the year. Please turn this around. 5-12. Awesome. The Colts were 13-4. I just don't understand it. The Colts are 13-4. We're using their defense. We have a good overall defense, and we just suck. CJ Stroud was good. Dameon Pierce was great. Trey Blue, God, what a name. Dom Spitzer's good in the KC playbook. Ayuk's good. Tank's good. Defensively, I don't understand the problem. We don't get sacks. Charles Elliott at 21 tackles for loss. Anderson at 21. We just don't get sacks. We don't get picks. I literally don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what to do. If you look at defense, I mean, the Colts have the best total defense, and we're using their playbook. Jaguars are 3-4. Steelers are 3-4. Giants 3-4. Broncos, I think, are 3-4. Packers are 3-4. Lions are 3-4. Chiefs are 4-3. I don't know what to do, guys. I really don't know what to do. And the reason why I'm not changing my playbook from 3-4 to 4-3 is because I like to stay in what the team actually uses in real life. So the Texans, I mean, I don't know if they actually do in real life, but at least in the game, they start with a 4-3 defense. So I like to stay in 4-3. If I started with the team in a 3-4 defense, I would stay in a 4-3. But yeah, this is just horrendous. I don't know what's going on. The Falcons win the Super Bowl. The Falcons got a good defense. They run 4-3. That's where my head's at right now. Who runs a good 4-3 defense? It doesn't matter. The Texans are cursed. All right, but we are going into the final offseason of the rebuild. The thing is, I've literally rebuilt the team. The team has been rebuilt. They just can't win. It doesn't make any sense. How many times have I said this doesn't make any sense? I don't know what's going on. If you've heard it before, hit the like button. You're still here. If you're one of the 5 people still watching this video, I appreciate it. But, oh my gosh, this is bad. Mock draft 3, we're going to be picking high. Is there generational talent that can get us over the hump? Probably not. We're picking 6. Okay, there's the corner. We don't need a corner, but I'll take him because what else are we going to do? Might as well take the best player in the class, right? Philip Wilbur, what a name. I guess hypothetically we could just trade our pick. I'll probably end up just trading the pick for somebody because, I mean, even if he is an 83 overall with X Factor, I mean, I guess we'll see. 14 players are going to negotiate. Obviously, the most important one is our quarterback, CJ Stroud. That is the must-do immediately. He has no interest in coming back, so he's going to end up getting tagged more than likely because I'm going to give him a very player-friendly deal, and I guess he is coming back on that, so $58 million left to work with. Kadur Kohu can more than likely go. We'll accept Luke McLaughlin's option. Josh Hall, we have a backup center, I believe, so we don't have to worry about him. I'd like to bring Kyrie Holloway back just in case we can't find something else. He's been super good he's been so much better than his overall states. Cody Barton's going to go. Laremy Tunzel has to come back. Very player friendly. 1-year deal. He's back. Okay, cool. So Laremy Tunzel is back. $22 million still to work with. And I don't think there's anyone else of importance at the moment other than our kicker, of course, George Tiller, who's got to come back on a 4-year deal. And I'll bring Cater back too, because why not? Money-wise, we only have $16 million left, but our team's set. Like I said, I'll probably look at trading that pick more than likely. We either end up taking that cornerback or we trade that pick because that's the only guy that looks like he can make an immediate, legit impact on our team. Let's make sure our roster's set before we go into free agency. Receivers are good. Offensive line, yeah, we can roll with this. This is fine for sure. I mean, unless there's an upgrade spot to upgrade the center, I mean, it's going to be solid. I mean, we look good. Offensively, it looks good. Right outside linebacker, I'm going to move Curry over to right outside linebacker. I mean, yeah. No, he's going to move to left, so that way Alani Thomas moves over to right. So he'll move over to left. And yeah, Elliott's up to star, which is nice. Our corners, I think our corners are fine. I mean, we could use a dog, but we don't have the money to get a dog. And as in a 90+ overall, if there's anybody here. The thing is there anybody even here? Is there anybody here that do I move money around to make something happen potentially? No. See, there's nobody here that I would need. I mean, there's some really good receivers, but is there really a point to do it? I feel like we're kind of set where we're at with receiver. I could use a fullback maybe. Fullbacks are good. Maybe we're missing a fullback. That's what we need. Alec Ingold, welcome aboard. I could bring Josh Hall back. I probably will. I mean, we're not going to end up signing anybody else. I mean, odds are we don't have money anyway to
get a good player anyway. We could throw somebody in. Yeah, we'll try to get Josh Hall back just because he is good enough to play for us. Like he's a starting center for us. So hopefully, I see we are his top offer. Those are the only offers I'm gonna make. Fullback and Josh Hall. We go 2 for 2. Hall is back, and Alec Ingold is coming in on a 1-year deal. Maybe that missing piece was the fullback. I think we might need a punter. I'm just gonna go ahead and sign a punter just because I don't know if we have one, and I don't want to forget. If I don't do it now, I'll forget. So let's just go ahead and sign a punter. Team looks really good. I mean, it's 87 overall across the board. It's only going to progress in the offseason more than likely too. I just don't know what to do with the playbook. I don't know. If anyone here's still watching the video, please let me know what playbooks have worked for you because I am lost. I'm using the ones that are working here and it's just, they're not working. Clearly, you guys are seeing this. But mock draft 4, that corner, looks like he's going to be available for us at the moment, which I'll probably just end up taking him more than likely. I'll look at trading the pick, but the thing is we don't have the money to get a player anyway, so unless I throw somebody in there with it, which I could hypothetically do, I just don't see myself doing it because what person is making big money that I want to get rid of? Like nobody. So like CJ Stroud's been good, and I'm not getting rid of CJ Stroud, so unless he'd sucked. I don't know. I was in my Bears rebuild, like Justin Fields, it took him forever to put up a good year. At least Stroud's had good years the past couple of years. I just don't understand what the problem is. You look at our numbers, everything looks solid. Mock draft 5, though. It's funny. I'm probably going to end up taking that corner because I think he's going to have a really good development trait. Yeah, we're going to end up taking that corner for sure. Philip Wilbur is going to end up being the pick. No doubt in my mind. I can't believe he's not the number 1 overall pick. So I'm going to make this pick for Philip Wilbur. I'm going to go to the draft here. I'm not even going to worry about doing a private workout because I know I'm taking him. Unless I trade it, I'll show you guys what the offers look like. There's not going to be anybody there because we don't have any money. So it's not like there's going to be like people popping up on the trade finder. But let's go ahead and we will look. We will sim this right to our pick. Pause the draft. Skip ahead in the draft. Next user pick. We will take the corner unless we trade it away. Even though this is all just going to be draft picks, obviously. But I am kind of curious to see what is always available. I always like, yeah, it's all going to be picks because we don't have a player. What if I did throw in a player? Even though there's no players I want to throw in. All right, don't hate me. Farrell, Chapman, Woodley, 3 first-round picks, 99 overall, Dexter Lawrence at D-tackle. We didn't need a corner. We're skipping to the end of the draft. I don't care. We're going all in. Dexter Lawrence is going to man down one of the defensive tackle spots. I pray that can help us put us over the hump. Our defensive tackle has been our issue. Even though our defensive tackles have put up good numbers, it's just on paper that's been our issue the entire time. Dexter Lawrence is going to step in and play D tackle. I know it's not a scheme fit for him, but if he's just playing over the ball anyway, it's not that big of a deal. I don't even care about our recap. It doesn't matter to me. We're negative in salary cap. Doesn't matter. We're all in. Last year, the rebuild. I need to figure out what playbooks I'm going to use. All right. Here's the final look at the offense going into this year. And final look at the defense. Obviously, with Dexter Lawrence, that's just disgusting. But we had to do what we got to do. It looks like it's a crazy good team. There's a lot of talent on the field. I think I'm going to go Falcons defense. Never mind. I forgot they run 3-4. All the good defenses run 3-4. That's the problem. All right. Call me crazy. I'm going back to the Cowboys defense. Definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and respecting a different result. So you can call me insane in the comments below if you're still here. But I just don't know what else to do. The Colts were 13-4 last year, run 4-3. I run their defense. We're dead last. It just I don't know. I don't know what it is. But here we are, boys. 85 overall offense, 89 defense, 86 overall. I am going to sim the midseason point. This is the last year. I'm not even looking at scouting. I am going to sim, like I said, to the midseason point just to see if we have to figure out a playbook change again. But we haven't been over 500 once in this rebuild, and it's crazy to me. I just don't understand what's going on. But, man, it'd be nice to be over 500 at the midseason point. And we're 3-4 with our defense being amazing. And we're 20th in defensive points per game, 13 offense. So the defense continues to not be good enough. Titans are 3-4.
Rams are, I should know what the Rams are. They're my franchise team. They're 4-3. Cowboys are 4-3. That's the defense I'm in. I'm rolling with it. I'm rolling with it. They're third in defense. We're running their playbook. We're 3-4. I'll see you guys at the end of the year. Could be in the video here in 30 seconds. 8-9, we missed the playoffs. Third in offense, 20th in defense, and we couldn't get it through. We couldn't make the playoffs. I can't believe it. CJ Stroud was amazing. Amazing. Dameon Pierce was good. Receivers are great. Defense was just 20th, and it couldn't get the job done. This is the first rebound I have ever done where I didn't make the playoffs in any of them. Dexter Lawrence is really good. That was a great pickup. I'm not even upset about that, but appreciate y'all tuning in for this one. Hit the like button, hit the sub button if you're new. Comment what team you want me to rebuild next. I'm trying to get rebuild up like two of them a week. That's kind of the plan at this point. That's kind of what on the trajectory I've been going, like 2 a week for the rebuilds in the Rams franchise, basically every day other than that. But yeah. This was so stressful. This is probably the most annoying one. This is easily the most annoying one I've ever done. I really don't understand what I did wrong. Hopefully it will be better next time. But like I said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.